Michael Jordan, one of the greatest players to ever play the game. We talked about in our last session what it really means to do like Michael Jordan did, and that means put in the work. And so this session, we're going to talk a little bit about what it means to be better. I mean, they're often well connected and put together. If I'm going to be bigger, I'm going to be better. But what does it really mean to be better? John Wooden, a basketball coach, once said, "You may be better than the rest, but you're not a success until you make an effort to be the best you can be." And I really want us to focus on that word, you make an effort. You're not the best. You're not a success until you make an effort to be the best you can be. I mean, those are some powerful words because, I mean, if you look at the Bible, if you look at Matthew 7:13, it says this, "Enter by the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leads to destruction, and there are many who go by it. Narrow is the gate, and difficult is the way which leads to life, and there are only a few who find it." So there's this way of life, and it's narrow, and there's only a few who find it. But the few who find it, if you actually look in the book of Mark, it says this. Mark 13:24 says, "Strive to enter through the narrow gate. For many, I say to you, will seek to enter and will not be able." Strive to enter through the narrow gate. So Jesus, he says, hey, the narrow gate, it's the way to life. Everyone goes this broad way which leads to destruction. It's easy. Everyone goes that way. But for those who actually want to enter in a different way of life, the real way of life, to find life, that's a narrow way. And there are only few who find it. And once you find it, strive to go through it. Just like John Wooden said, you got to make an effort. And just like this, it's not just about the work, but the Bible tells us that we need to strive. There's got to be motivation. What pushes you to be the best Christian you can be? You're up here in these mountains, you're away from everything, you're focused on God, the creator of the entire universe, and he's looking into you right now and he's asking one thing: how much do you want? Are you willing to strive for it? I've died for you. Will you live for me? This is what's going to make you better. You got to work for it, and you got to strive for it. You got to be all about it. Michael Jordan wasn't the best player because he was just talented. He worked for it, and he aimed to be the best that he could be. He put in every effort. Paul says that I beat up my body so that I might hold it in obedience with you, Christ. So what about you? Do you do everything that you possibly can imagine to measure up to Christ? That's what it means to be bigger. That's what it means to be better. So as you go into this next session, you're going to really find out, man, am I really motivated to live a life? Am I really striving for excellence? Because that's what it means to be better.